What is up, guys? It is Robert of Gaming with Me, and welcome to a video talking about the game Out of Line. I did receive a review copy for this, but of course that does not influence my opinion at all. I just am very happy to get that, and it looks interesting. I got an email from it saying, hey, would you like to do this? And I looked at the trailer, I was like, ooh, that looks up my alley. I'm down to play that. If not, I'm still going to buy it anyway because it looks pretty cool. And that was Out of Line. It was developed by Nerd Monkeys, and honestly, this game was pretty damn good. The footage you are seeing in the background is from the game Out of Line. Nothing too deep into it. I only did probably recorded the first half, so anything up to the second half, I didn't record. Just to let you know, right off the bat, visually, I love how this game looks. I think it looks awesome. The art style is like a painting. Other than the character models, the actual backgrounds and everything look like they were being painted. And it's all like watercolors, watercolor colors. Especially the backgrounds, you see just kind of strips of just painting remnants. And I really enjoy that. I think it looks gorgeous. And it kind of creates this atmosphere what they're going for. It's almost like a post-apocalyptic kind of game. And especially the backgrounds give that feel of it. Out of Line is a puzzle platformer where you'll follow a character that has a spear. And this spear you can actually manipulate in so many different ways in this game that I was genuinely shocked. I didn't exactly know where they were going to go with it, but your main component is that spear. You're going to be using that spear for so many different puzzle elements, and they do a really good job at mixing the variety up in terms of it. Your main objective is to get these blue cubes, kind of looking like Tesseract type stuff, on this tree, and eventually something will happen. I'm not going to say anything, but that's your main objective. Collect these blue cubes to put on this tree. And I had a lot of fun with it, guys. Control-wise, it was really solid. It looks a little bit floaty, I feel like, in the actual video, but when you're actually controlling it, he generally feels really nice and tight in terms of how the movement is. Like I was saying earlier, the spear could be used in all sorts of ways. So if just right off the bat you see a wall right in front of you, you could actually shoot the spear. It'll go inside that wall, and you could jump on it, kind of like a little bit of a trampoline. It's not going to shoot you up, but it will give you that little boost, that little bounce to actually get over ledges. Not only that, but of course you could actually do stuff like use it as levers, so you can see little switches, and you can actually stab the spear inside that lever hole, and you can actually use it as a lever to manipulate different platforms, buttons, whatever. And what's really satisfying is you could call it back a la like Kratos or a Thor type style, just with the click of a button, it comes back at you, and it's so damn satisfying to pull that off every single time, no matter what. Especially when you're really far, like you could just keep walking off, your spear doesn't come back until you click the button, so you could be super far off. It even shows like a little arrow indicating that, hey man, you're leaving your spear, and then you just click the button, it goes, yes, I got my spear back. It's really good stuff. Not only are there puzzle sequences, but there are chase sequences, and they get pretty intense. Like there are these giant robot hands that will come at you, and you're like having to kind of slowly run. This guy doesn't run very fast, but you're slowly running, and because you have to do stuff really fast, you may be running and you may have to shoot stuff in order to trigger a button so it could lift the platform up so you can keep running, or you have to hit it into the wall so you could bounce, and if you do not hit it into the wall at the right angle, you're gonna die and you're gonna have to restart. And it made for some really intense sequences that I really enjoyed. And there are some really cool puzzles in this game that have to do with you and another character. So you may be teaming up with this one guy where one section will be you and the other section would be the other guy, and you're kind of controlling both in a way using your spear. So you would do something that would mess with the lower half, and so the guy in the lower half could actually progress, and he'll do something so you could progress. And it works really well because the AI is pretty smart. They do their thing pretty well. There's no dumb thing going on. It works genuinely really well. And I don't want to understate this, that I was really amazed at the amount of mechanics that they throw at you one after another. They definitely keep a good variety out. Every section is essentially different. Once you get some blue orbs, blue cubes for the tree, it's a new section. It's a new chapter, essentially, you could say. And they genuinely change up how you play every single time. And I was very happy at that. I was very, very happy at that. And there are some really challenging puzzles that I was stuck on, but they were fair. They didn't feel unfair. they really tested your mind. They tested your ability. I was on one of them for like a half an hour. I was genuinely on like one single puzzle for the half an hour. Not everything got me stuck like that, but they were smart. I was like, that's cool. I really like how they did that. And that one that got me stumped for a half an hour, man, I was just on there like, I don't, like, I was looking at the screen. When you're looking at the screen and you're just like, ah, it kind of had me like that. That's how it was had me. It was like, maybe like that. And I had to try so many different things until I finally got it. And when I got it, I was like, oh, duh, that makes so much sense, but I just didn't think of it. And again, wasn't unfair. It's all on one screen, and it was really well done. Since they introduced a lot of new mechanics, you actually ditch a lot of other mechanics, and you don't really normally use them anymore. And I like that because I won't say the ending, but in the ending, towards the end, they kind of bring back other elements, and you see how wildly different every single section is. It's like, oh yeah, that was quite different, and I really appreciate that you can go back and essentially appreciate the wide variety of mechanics they use with this one spear, which was really impressive. And it's not only that, but you actually do use other spears. So they may have like these gray spears that when you shoot them, they only have a limited amount of time until they go back, until they retract. So your spear, when you shoot your spear, it could stay there for as long as you keep it there until you press the button to swing it back. But the ones that are maybe in the ground that you would shoot, these gray spears, they have a limited amount of time, and you'll see it counting down. And then once it gets to 0, it'll go back and it'll retract. And it adds for some pretty good puzzles, and some that really you got to go fast because they have limited amount of time. And so the pressure's kind of on how to get stuff quite successfully. Instead of failing and failing and failing, you have to get them right in order to progress. I thought the ending was also solid. There was at one point that I thought it was the ending, and I was kind of like, that's not that great. But no, it continues, and the ending was genuinely really solid. The atmosphere in this game is really, really immersive. I really like the atmosphere, the music, the sound effects all culminates to something that truly gets you immersed into this world. But overall, Out of Line, man, it's a really damn good game. I highly recommend it. I finished it in, it was like about 4 hours, which is funny. Essentially, yesterday I was talking about Lego Builder's Journey, which I finished in about 4 hours. Both games are about 4 hours, and I had a lot of fun. I think it's well worth it. I do think it's worth your time. If it looks up your alley, if you think, this looks pretty cool, I'd say check it out. I think there's a free demo over on Steam, I believe. You could check that out. Of course, it's a free demo, so go check that out if you're interested. I don't know if there's a free demo on Switch at all or any other platforms, but I know there is on Steam. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But if you're interested in that demo, definitely pick it up. It's a good game. It's a really damn good game. Art style is amazing. The puzzles really are really good. The mechanics, the gameplay mechanics that they use with this spear is actually pretty cool. It's quite unique, and they did way more with it than I ever thought they would. Out of Line comes out on June 23rd, should be today, on PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, which I would assume because it's PlayStation 4, you can play on PlayStation 5. Or same thing with the Xbox One, you can play on the Xbox Series X/S. So hey, go play this game. This is cool, man. This is cool. I really am looking forward to Nerd Monkey's next game because, man, I'm a fan now. I'm a fan for sure because they're doing some impressive stuff with this game. I love me some puzzle platformers, if you know that. I love platformers, my favorite genre, and you do some puzzle platformers are always, different in terms of its style, and I really enjoy that genre, and I thought this one was really good. I had a lot of fun with it. Out of Line, go check it out. It's pretty damn solid for sure. One thing I will say is, the current build that I was playing, one section was glitched. I had to kind of restart it. Restart as in I had to exit and then come back. Especially on PC, it's instantaneous. I'm sure it's pretty fast on other consoles, but on PC it was like that. But I had to bring it up. One section was glitched, but it got fixed once I exited out and then came back in, and then it was all good. But other than that, it was a completely solid experience. And a fun one, too. So go check out of Line. Does it look interesting to you? Are you going to pick it up? Maybe, yes, no. Have you picked it up today? It comes out today, so maybe you already picked it up. Maybe you already beat it. I don't know. Damn, you fast. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Again, huge shout out to Nerd Monkeys. for making this game. It's pretty damn awesome, and I'm so happy I got a review copy of it because I never heard of this game until I saw the email, and then I looked at the trailer and I was like, that's really cool. I'm into this. I'm gonna buy it whether you send me this review copy or not. So I'm looking forward to it. Hey, if you could somehow get a physical limited run of this, I'd probably pick up a physical version. You know, if you can make some sort of deal. I know it's probably tough for every, indie developers to get also physical. It's tough, I get it. But if one day it happens, I'd probably pick it up. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Out of Line, cool ass experience, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Peace.
Hoping that one day is way before 40, cause by then I'll be halfway to death and way more boring. Have a place that's 4 stories. I may be trying to break in the game, but I ain't toying. Get buzzed, be like, forget about next year. Failing to forget about that fucking future fear. Tomorrow's the headlights, and I'm that fucking deer. Feeling loony when I'm writing these tunes. Locked up room like